presentation. The first topic we will present is all about human flourishing. What does flourishing mean? When we talk about flourishing, this is the state of a person where they experience positive emotion, psychological functioning, and a positive social functioning. So let us go back to the main topic. Human flourishing is a Greek and Western concept that is often misinterpreted by an overdeveloped and highly technology society. In other words, this is a self-actualization and fulfillment within the context of a larger community of individuals. Each has the right to pursue his or her own effort. According to Aristotle, this is an end of there is an end of all the action that we perform, which we desire for itself. This is what is known as eudaimonia, flourishing or happiness, which is desire for its own sake, with all other things being desired on its account. Eudaimonia is a property of one's life process, when considered as a whole, or we could say that this is the pinnacle of happiness attained by a human. Flourishing is the highest good and of human endeavors, and that towards we all action.
Hi everyone, and I am Ryan A. Sandigan, and I am reporter of this slide. From the point of view of Buddhism economics, production from local resources for local need is the most rational way of economics life, while dependence on import from apart and consequent need to produce for export to know and distant people highly economic and justifiable only in exceptional cases and on a small scale. One of the main assumptions of Buddhism economics is that people are very interdependent with each other. In result, Buddhism tends to be so much supportive on their own local production, in which has a good effect on their economy, instead of importing from the other countries. And the second, it is the light of both immediate experience and long-term prospect that the study of Buddhism economics could be recommended, even to those who believe that economic growth is more important than any spiritual or religious value. And the study of Buddhism economics could be advocated. Even the people who believe that economics progress is more essential than spiritual or religious values. Based on both immediate experience and the long-term possibilities, is not a matter of selection between modern progress and traditional stagnation, but rather of determining the base course of development.
Lesson 2. Technique and esteem. What is technique and what is esteem, and how can we differentiate the two? First, we talk about technique. According to Aristotle, technique is much more focused on production and construction, which includes the craftsmanship, handmaking, or everything that people doing currently. In technique, which most focus in creativity or initiative compared to esteem. Esteem is much more on theoretical knowledge. It focuses in more logical or critical thinking. And there you go. Technique is about the type of knowledge that deals with mutable or the process of becoming. In a way, technique builds an empirical or empirical experience. Empirical experience means slow or rapidly change ng isang certain thing that na hindi natin na-expect or na-expect natin na mag-grow. Tulad ng Katulad ng ganitong example. Noong unang panahon, ang mga ginagamit na medium is more on like rock carvings or walang machine dati. More on handmade na mga ginagawa na bagay dati. So, slowly but slowly, nagkakaroon ng innovations kasi yung mga tao noon ay unti-unting na-expose sa mga like radio, TV, televisions, magkakaroon ng unti-unting innovation in terms of technology. So ngayon, mas lalo nagkaroon ng rapid growth due to the like machines, electronics, gadgets, more on technology na kaya ang mga tao ngayon hindi na nahihirapan dahil sa biglang paglago sa ating henerasyon kasi more on technology na tayo, hindi na tayo nahihirapan unlike before na ang ginagamit natin na sulat sa ng ating mensahe is more on sulat lang. Pero ngayon, sinusulat natin siya through electronic or social media. This is recognize an intermediate position between the vital process of nature. The best example in physics is, for example, in Greek mythology, the snake woman Medusa, which hindi niya nakokontrol yung behavior niya. Siya ang the best example ng physics kasi yung physics is uncontrollable. Hindi natin nakokontrol yung society na wag gawin yung ganito, wag gawin yung ganyan. Technique involves a more complicated process than mere generation. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, as time pass by, nagkakaroon tayo ng innovation which is naging uncontrollable na due to the creative thinking ng mga craftsmen. For example, yung electricity plant. So, dati maganda na yung pamumuhay ng mga tao. Dati like gumagamit sila ng ilaw, may isa ng ilaw na apoy. Pero ngayon gumagamit tayo ng electricity na may advantage din siya, pero may disadvantage din. Kumbaga, maaaring maka-apekto din sa ating kalikasan or malaking tulong din sa atin, sa ating society. So, it gets more complicated compare noon kasi noon hindi naman masyado nakaka-apekto sa nature yung pagsindi ng ilaw. According to Socrates, only the craftsmen are able to demonstrate a type of knowledge that is sound and specialized. In a way, they are able to demonstrate their technical knowledge as absolute. So, according to Socrates, he only hates political system because of they are more logical. Pero mas lalo naging hate niya yung craftsmen because ang craftsmen may ability sila na para nagkakaroon ng advantage or disadvantage sa nature. Kasi ang craftsman is more on technical rather than as a political na more on logical. Ang craftsman ay may abilidad na makagawa ng mga bagay na hindi natin alam na maaaring maka-apekto sa society at nagkakaroon at naging nasanay na tayo sa ganun na konsepto. Scientific knowledge, it is a concern in what is necessary. Rough knowledge or technique, much focus on production, contrast with action. So we can see the differences ng episteme and technique. Episteme much more on logical more than technique. Ang technique kasi more on technical. sa production, sa construction, sa paggawa ng mga ng mga bagay. So that's it for today. The lesson to technique and history.
For the last topic in this video, we were going to talk about the good life.
Now it is thought to be a mark of a man to be able to deliberate well about what is good and expedient for himself, not in some particular respect, for example, about what sort of things conduce to health or to strength, but about what sort of things conduce to the good life in general. This shown by the fact that we credit men in particular with practical wisdom in some particular respect when they have calculated well with the view of some good end, which is one of those that not the object of any art.
A brief introduction, the pursuit of tekne makes sense only to the extent that it pushes forward the attainment of what the Greeks call eudaimonia. If it does not push forward, then tekne loses its value. For you guys to know, eudaimonia defines happiness as the pursuit of becoming a better person. Now, Aristotle distinguishes between unqualified deliberative excellence on the one hand and deliberative excellence with reference to particular end on the other hand. But in the universal view, it seems that unqualified deliberative excellence is that which succeed to reference to the unqualified end, which the best format of things attainable by the actions and which Aristotle identifies as eudaimonia. Also, pronetic deliberation distinguished from techne deliberation by two things. The number one, tele or virtuous actions, which are constituent means to the end of eudaimonia. Number two, the aim of its agent, who aims at eudaimonia. For starters, in order to aim at living well, the pronimus has to have some conception of eudaimonia. For Aristotle, a conception of living well in general is formed by two major parts. The one is rightly habituated character, and the two is practical wisdom with its deliberative activity.